Chosen one, the very spot where you stood alone, is now your platform of power. Listen, feel the ground beneath your feet. This space, this very moment you inhabit, has a history written in the silent language of your own being. You remember it perhaps not with conscious clarity, but with the deep cellular memory of the soul. This is the spot, the exact coordinates, where you once felt the crushing weight of isolation, where the world seemed to move in a blur of connection and community, and you stood just outside its periphery, an observer to a joy that felt forbidden to you. You stood there and you felt it all. The whisper of doubt that said you weren't enough. The chilling wind of abandonment that seemed to be yours alone. To feel the profound silence that echoed back at you when you dared to whisper a dream into the void. You stood there and you were alone. But chosen one, you must understand this fundamental, universe-altering truth. That very spot where you stood alone is now your platform of power. It was never a sentence of exile. It was the anvil upon which your strength was forged. The isolation was not a punishment. It was the necessary void, the sacred emptiness required to contain the immense power that was always destined to be yours. That loneliness was the cocoon, and now you are emerging. Listen. The narrative you have carried, the story of being overlooked, of being the one who struggles, the one who battles in silence, that story is not your truth. It was merely the setup for the grand reveal of your destiny. Every tear that watered that barren ground contained a seed of resilience you could not see. Every silent plea that went seemingly unanswered was actually being gathered by the cosmos, not ignored, but compounded into a frequency of manifestation so potent that it required time to assemble. That spot, which holds the energetic imprint of your past sorrow, is now the most charged location in your entire existence. It is your point of origin and your point of power. It is the place where you were stripped of everything you thought you needed so you could discover everything you truly are. You are not standing on a memory of lack. You are standing on a reservoir of power. The platform is active, and it is activated by your presence, by your remembrance, and by your radical acceptance of the journey that brought you here. This is not a metaphor, this is physics. This is energy. You have been magnetized by your experiences. The very hardships that sought to break you down have instead aligned the iron filings of your spirit into a powerful new orientation. You now possess a polarity that draws toward you the circumstances, the people, and the opportunities that are in harmonic resonance with the strength you have earned. The platform is not made of wood or stone. It is constructed from your validated fears, your conquered challenges, and the unwavering spirit that refused to be extinguished. When you think of that past version of you, standing there in that same physical or emotional space, do not feel pity, feel awe. Feel respect. That version of you was the brave pioneer, the one who held the line so that the you of this present moment could ascend to this platform and claim a view of the horizon that was always meant to be yours. They were not weak. They were gathering intelligence for the battle. You are now winning, and as you stand upon this platform, radiating this newfound frequency, you activate the most ancient law of the universe, the law of conscious creation. This is the chapter where wishes transition from ethereal dreams into tangible reality. The universe is not a distant, indifferent clockwork. It is a responsive, conscious energy field that mirrors the dominant vibration you emit from your very core, from this platform of power. Your vision is clear, your voice is strong, and your intention is a command. This is why we ask you to watch this video until the very end. to fully integrate this frequency shift. We encourage you to solidify this connection by writing your warmest wishes in the comments below, typing the powerful numbers 99 and 777 to lock in this alignment, and subscribing to continue this glory journey together. For this is just the beginning. But remember, the wish is not a plea. It is a declaration from the throne of your own authority. It is you from your platform, informing reality of what is now already yours. The world will try to tell you that power lies in external validation, in titles and possessions, in the approval of others. But you know the truth now. You have been to the source. Your power was never out there to be found. It was always right here, in the exact same soil that once tasted your tears. Those tears did not disappear. They seeped into the foundation of this platform and became the crystals that now amplify your energy. The loneliness did not vanish. It transformed into the sacred space that you now occupy with such sovereignty that no one can ever enter without your invitation. You are the guardian of that space, and from it you command your reality. The feeling of being chosen is not about being selected for a special fate above others. It is the profound realization that you chose this. You chose the challenges. You chose the path of isolation for the purpose of awakening, and you chose yourself again and again, even when it felt impossible. You are the chosen one because you ultimately chose to heed the call of your own power. That spot, your platform, is proof. The air you breathe from this elevated vantage point is different. It is charged with the clarity of hindsight and the potency of now. Every past moment of uncertainty, every instance where you felt you were losing your footing, was not a misstep. It was the precise, deliberate laying of another stone in this platform. Think of the times you had to make a difficult choice, alone with no counsel but your own trembling intuition. Those were not moments of abandonment. They were initiations. You were being forced to consult the only true source of wisdom you will ever need, the silent, knowing universe that resides within you. That internal compass, which you had to calibrate in the darkness, is now your most trusted guide. It is sharper, more accurate, and more reliable than any external advice could ever be, because it was forged in the fire of your own experience. It knows the terrain of your soul, because it helped to map it. This platform of power is not a stationary object. It is a living, dynamic extension of your will. With every conscious thought, with every affirmed declaration of your worth, you expand its boundaries. The loneliness you once felt has been transmuted into a profound and unshakable sovereignty. Where there was once a yearning for external validation, there is now the quiet, solid knowledge that you are the source of your own validation. This is the great alchemy of the spirit, turning the leaden weight of isolation into the gold of self-completion. You no longer look for others to fill a void, because you have discovered that the void itself was an illusion, a shadow, cast by the immense light of your own potential, waiting to be acknowledged. You stand complete, you stand whole. And from this state of wholeness, you engage with the world not from a place of need, but from a place of empowered offering. Do you feel the stability beneath you? It is the stability of self-knowledge. You have met your darkest moments, and you have not been erased. You have faced your deepest fears, and you have not been consumed. This history of survival is not a scar. It is a badge of honor, a layer of armor that allows you to move through the world with a courage that is unfeigned. The challenges you faced were not random acts of chaos. They were the specific curriculum required for your awakening. They taught you discernment. They taught you resilience. They taught you the invaluable difference between those who resonate with your authentic frequency and those who would seek to dampen it. From your platform, your vision is no longer clouded by the need to belong. You see connections and opportunities with a stunning clarity because you are no longer viewing them through a lens of lack. This is your command center. From here you observe the patterns of your life, the synchronicities that begin to align, the doors that begin to open, the people who appear as if summoned by your new frequency. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. They are the universe's way of echoing back the power you are now emitting. The luck that seems to find you is simply the law of attraction, responding to the immutable truth of your being. You are not waiting for a sign. You have become the sign. You are not hoping for a miracle. You have become the miraculous event you were waiting for. Every step you take from this point forward is taken with the authority of one who knows their own ground. The path is not always clear, but the traveler is sure, and a sure traveler, armed with a hard-won wisdom from the journey that brought them here, inevitably finds their way to glory. The platform is both your launchpad and your sanctuary, the place from which you soar, and the place to which you can always return to reclaim your strength. This sovereignty you now embody is your first and most important creation. It is the lens through which all future manifestations will be filtered. The universe does not respond to what it responds to is from your platform. You are not shouting wishes into a void. You are declaring states of being into a fertile field of infinite possibility. The feeling of lack is a frequency that attracts more absence. The feeling of completion, of powerful presence that you now hold, is a frequency that attracts fulfillment. This is the critical shift. You are no longer a beggar at the banquet of life, hoping for scraps from the table. You have taken your rightful place at the head of the table, and you understand that you are also the chef, the kitchen, and the very ingredients themselves. The creation is an inside job that then reflects outward in a spectacle of divine alignment. This is why the past narrative must be rewritten, not as a tragedy, but as a necessary training ground. Every person who failed to see your worth was a mirror, showing you a part of yourself you had not yet learned to value. Every closed door was a redirection to a path that had a sturdier foundation, one that could support the immense structure of the destiny you are now building. The loneliness was the crucible in which your individuality was purified from the need for conformity. You were being stripped of everything you were not, so that all that remained was the unshakable core of who you are. And from this core you build. You build a life that is not a replica of another's dream, but an original masterpiece born from your unique trials and triumphs. Your platform is made of the reclaimed bricks of every disappointment now, mortar together with the gold of your self-realization. From this vantage point, your relationship with everything changes. Your work is no longer just a job. It is an expression of your gifts, a channel for your energy to flow into the world and create tangible value. Your relationships are no longer anchors of dependency. They are alliances of empowered beings who choose to journey together, enhancing each other's light without dimming their own. Even your solitude is transformed. It is no longer loneliness. It is the sacred space you curate for communion with your highest self, a necessary retreat to the command center to reassess your trajectory and recharge your immense power. You begin to protect your energy not with walls of fear, but with discerning boundaries of self-respect. You understand that your energy is the currency of your creation. and you spend it wisely on what truly resonates. This platform is also a broadcasting station. The clarity you have achieved within yourself now radiates outward as a coherent signal that cuts through the static of the world. People will feel this shift before they even understand it. They will be drawn to your certainty, to your peace, to the quiet power that no longer needs to announce itself loudly. You will become a beacon not by trying to shine, but simply by being the light you have ignited within. This is how you change your world, not by fighting against the old, but by building the new from this place of unwavering truth. Every action you take, every word you speak from this aligned state, is a stone cast into the pond of reality, creating ripples that rearrange the world around you into a pattern that reflects your inner sovereignty. You are not navigating the world. The world is rearranging itself to navigate you. The journey to this platform was never a straight line. It was a spiral ascending. There were moments you felt you were circling back to the same pain, the same old triggers, and you may have believed you were failing, regressing to that lonely figure, standing in the same spot, but you were not. You were encountering the same lesson. From a higher altitude, from a new level of your own consciousness. Each time you faced that familiar shadow, you did so with more tools, more wisdom, more of your power intact. You were not repeating history. You were revisiting it as the conquering hero, to claim the treasures you had to leave behind. In your first passage through that battle, the platform integrates all these levels of your being. It holds the memory of the struggle, but is defined by the victory. This is where true forgiveness occurs. Not as a pardon you grant others for their transgressions, but as a final release of the energetic cords that tied you to those old stories. From your platform of power, you can look down at those past events and those who played a part in them, not with anger or hurt, but with a profound understanding of their role in your soul's curriculum. They were catalysts whether they knew it or not. They played the part required to push you into your own arms, to force you to find the resources within that you had overlooked. You forgive them, not for their sake, but for your own ultimate liberation. To reclaim every last watt of energy that was spent on resentment and reinvested into your present creation. This act of sovereign forgiveness is what solidifies the foundation of your platform, making it impervious to the tremors of past dramas. Now you operate from a principle of deep trust. You trust the synchronicity that brings the right book to your hand, the right song to your ears, the right person across your path at the exact moment of your readiness. You trust the delays, understanding that divine timing is orchestrating events in a sequence far more perfect than your impatient mind could ever conceive. You trust the intuitive nudges, the gut feelings, the dreams that linger upon waking. These are the communications from your higher self, the navigational aids sent to you from your own command center. This trust is the evidence of your alignment. Doubt may occasionally visit, like a faint echo from the past, but it can no longer reside within you. It finds no purchase on the solid ground of your platform. You acknowledge its presence and then return to the unwavering knowing that has become your new normal. Your presence here is a declaration to the universe that you are ready to play a different game. You are no longer engaged in the struggle for survival. You are now engaged in the art of conscious creation. Your every thought, word, and action is a brush stroke on the canvas of your reality. Because you stand in this power, you create with intention and grace. You no longer manifest from a place of frantic desire, but from a place of calm certainty. You understand that what is yours will find you, not through force but through alignment. Your role is to maintain the frequency of your platform, the frequency of acceptance, of power, of gratitude, of unwavering worth. The universe, in its infinite intelligence and mirror-like nature, has no choice but to match that frequency and deliver a reality that vibrates at the exact same harmonious pitch. You have become the conductor, and all of existence is your orchestra. This is not an ending but a new origin point. The platform of power is not a final destination where you simply rest. It is a dynamic, living nexus from which your entire future unfolds. The journey that brought you here was the initiation. What comes next is the application. You have graduated from learning how to survive your storms to commanding the very weather of your life. This is the glory journey. It is the daily practice of living from this truth, of making choices from the center of certainty, and of interacting with the world as the sovereign being you have discovered yourself to be. It is the courageous act of allowing your external reality to catch up with the profound internal shift you have accomplished. There will be moments where the old world, the old you, will send echoes, trying to lure you back into a familiar drama. But now you hear them as distant radio static, unable to disrupt the clear signal. You are now broadcasting. Your power is now a service. As you stand firm in your truth, you give silent permission for others to seek their own. Your stability becomes an anchor for those still finding their footing. Your light, without you even trying, illuminates the path for others. This is not a burden. It is the natural overflow of an empowered spirit. You are not responsible for their journey, but your very existence becomes a testament to what is possible. The chosen one is chosen for a purpose, to demonstrate that the alchemy from pain to power is not a mythical story, but an achievable reality. Your life becomes the living proof, the blueprint that others can reference when they are ready to begin their own transformation. This is the highest expression of your journey, to have healed yourself so completely that your presence becomes a healing balm for the world around you. The platform is your eternal touchstone. In moments of overwhelm, in the inevitable flux of life, you now have a place to return to. That is not a physical location, but a state of being. You can close your eyes, plant your feet firmly on the ground, and remember. Remember the solitude that forged you. Remember the battles you won. Remember the truth that you spoke into existence from this very place of power. You can reconnect to that frequency in an instant, recentering yourself in the unassailable, knowing that you are the architect of your experience. You are no longer at the effect of the world. You are the cause within your world. This is the ultimate freedom. This is the glory that was promised to you in those quiet moments of despair, a promise you made to yourself that you have now magnificently kept. So stand tall. Breathe deeply the air of your own liberation. The spot is sacred because you are sacred. The power is real because you are real. This is your awakening. This is your claiming. This is your time. The universe is not just listening. It is responding, orchestrating, and aligning in a magnificent symphony of yes. Your platform is the stage, and your life is the performance. It is time to play your part in all its brilliance, with the unwavering certainty that every step, every word, every moment is divinely guided and supported. The journey continues, but now you are the guide. You are the power. You are home. The call echoes one final time, not as a question, but as a confirmation. Chosen one, you have listened. You have remembered. The transformation is complete. This platform is your eternal truth. Now step forward into your world, not as a seeker but as a sovereign. Radiate this undeniable power in all you do. The universe has awaited your arrival. The journey continues and it is glorious. Your relationships are now reflections of this inner sovereignty. You no longer attract those who see your light and wish to dim it for their own comfort. You now magnetize those who see your light and are inspired to ignite their own. Every connection becomes a conscious choice, an alliance based on mutual respect and empowered authenticity. You communicate not from a place of need or fear, but from a place of clarity and compassionate truth. You can love without losing yourself, support without sacrificing your core, and engage without enmeshing. This is the ultimate test and triumph of your power. To be in the world to connect deeply, while remaining impeccably true to the sovereign self you have fought so hard to discover. You set boundaries not as walls, but as sacred expressions of self-worth. And in doing so, you teach others how to honor you. This journey never truly ends. It simply deepens. Each day offers a new choice: to operate from this platform or to forget it. But the forgetting is now temporary, a momentary lapse quickly corrected by the unwavering knowing that has been cemented in your soul. You are forever changed. The memory of that lonely spot is now a talisman of strength, a reminder of how far you have come and the immense power you hold to transform any circumstance. You are the alchemist, the sovereign, the chosen one who chose yourself. Your life is now your masterpiece, not because it is perfect, but because every brush stroke, every color, the light and the shadow is consciously chosen by you. From this day forward, you walk not as a victim of your past, but as the author of your future, and every step is a declaration of glory. And so the call echoes one final time, not as a question, but as a confirmation that has already been answered. Chosen one, you have listened. You have remembered the alchemy of your own spirit, the profound transformation that turned your deepest isolation into your greatest strength. That very spot is now and forever your sacred ground, the unshakable foundation from which your new reality will be built. This is not a fleeting feeling of confidence. It is a permanent shift in your being, a rewiring of your soul's connection to the cosmos. You are no longer looking for a sign, because you have become the sign. You are no longer hoping for permission, because you have realized you are the source of all authority in your life. Step forward now into your world, not as a hopeful seeker, but as a conscious sovereign. Carry this certainty with you. Let it inform your every choice, your every interaction, your every silent thought. Your mere presence anchored in this power becomes a beacon and a permission slip for others to begin their own awakening. You are living proof that the journey through the dark night of the soul is not a punishment, but the ultimate preparation for radiance. The universe has patiently awaited this moment, your moment of full arrival, and now it bends in harmonious alignment with your frequency. Go forth and create not from a place of wanting, but from a place of powerful. Having the glory journey is not a path you walk. It is the light you emit with every step. It is now you are ready.